know, this is your home for organic Bible study that's fresh and delicious. This is 100% MSG free, sodium free, and all the bad stuff free. There's no GMOs in this at all. Of course, I keep saying I'm going to take the MSG part out because, you know, MSG makes food really tasty. And it's not that bad for you, apparently, now. This is Daily Dose Radio. 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse. Well, today we're looking at verses 2 and 3 in Psalm 149. Now, I said yesterday, this is the Song of the Saints. The saints are right away, immediately identified here, the congregation of the saints in verse 1. And we're singing the new song, and we talked about that yesterday. And the saints that are singing the new song in the book of Revelation chapter 5. It's a beautiful passage. I hope you'll go there and read that. Today we're looking at verses 2 and 3, and we have these commands that are given. So, we begin with verse 2. And if you have your Bible, I hope you'll follow along. If you don't, let me read these for you. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. All righty. So we have 4 commands here. Let Israel rejoice. There's number 1. We are to rejoice. So the overarching idea here is singing, because we have that 3 different times. We're to sing in verse 1, we're to sing in verse 5, and we're to sing again in verse 9. So that theme of song spans the entire psalm. We're doing it all the way through. But there are these other words that are used, these other commands that are used, such as rejoice, be joyful, praise. Praise is used several times here. And high praise is also used here. So all of these words are used to reinforce this idea of song. So Israel is to rejoice in him that made him. So the very first thing that we're commanded to do is to praise and rejoice because God's our creator. Very first thing. Now, Israel is mentioned, and specifically God made Israel. Specifically, he called Israel. He called them through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He did that work. But as we expand that idea of his calling and creating a people for himself, the church also has been called and is commanded to rejoice in him that made him. And church, how did he make you? He made you through a sacrifice, through the blood of his son, through the lamb that was slain. And we go back again to Revelation chapter 5. All right? Verse 2b, let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. So he's creator in the first part, in the A phrase. He is sovereign in the B phrase. Let them be joyful in their king. And of course, he is our king as well. Not only is he our redeemer, but he is king. And again, we'll go back to the song that the saints sing in Revelation chapter 5. And what are they singing about? His sovereignty, because he's worthy to take the book and open the seals thereof. Only a king can do that. And so here he is being rejoiced in because of that. And we're told in this psalm to do the very same thing. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Again, we get a little closer to the church here with that word Zion, don't we? Verse 3, let them praise. Again, another command. Let them praise his name in the dance. Now, I don't dance, but, and there's lots of good reasons why I don't dance. But one reason I don't dance is because everything that I've ever seen that's related to dance has nothing to do with praising the name of my King. It all has to do with honoring and glorifying the flesh and the desires of the flesh and the pleasures of the flesh. It has nothing to do with honoring the King. So I'm excited to go to heaven so that I can learn how to dance and dance in a way that honors the name of my great King. And then the last statement here in 3, let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. Now this I can do a little bit because I play the guitar and I play the mandolin and I play the dobro and I play some other instruments. And I can play a little bit of the praise of Him, but I can't wait to get to heaven and learn how to really play my instruments so that I can praise His name and lead others to sing praises to Him with my timbrel and my harp. Well, I hope that you'll join me again tomorrow. We're going to look at verses 4 and 5 on Daily Dose Radio.